Hello everyone, and welcome to our weekly oracle message. This week I'm going to be pulling one card for each zodiac sign out of the Mystical Shaman Oracle card deck. So we are going to be pulling one card for each zodiac sign. Remember, you do embody the whole zodiac, so I do encourage you to stick around and see the whole thing and get a full reading for yourself. Of course, if you just want to watch your sun, moon, and rising signs, I will release the signs separately tomorrow. But for today, this is the full zodiac card reading, every single sign. And we are going to start with Taurus because we are in Taurus season at the time of the release of this video. And it is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck by Alberto Colette Baron Reed, Alberto Villadio, Colette Baron Reed, Marcela Lobos, and illustrated by Gina Della Gretaglia. Anyway, this is a favorite among tarot card readers. So I love the Mystical Shaman deck. I love learning about shamanism and everything, and I love all the wisdom and the knowledge in shamanism. So I'm excited to do the Mystical Shaman deck with you guys today. Of course, this is going to be a general reading, even though you can get a full embodied zodiac message here from the Mystical Shaman deck by watching every sign. Do understand this is a general reading, so you're going to have to take the parts that resonate the most with you. I'm going to be picking up on all kinds of different energies throughout this, so it will be a general reading. But if you want a more personalized reading, you can check me out at the celestialgrove.academy, and there are different types of readings there available to you, along with the Mystic Library in the Celestial Grove Academy. And in the Mystic Library there are moon guides, and if you use the code LUNAR10 you can get $10 off any of these moon guides. So they're just $22, and you can get a guide for the full moon in every single sign. Well, every single sign has a moon guide. So in every single sign's moon guide has a full moon and a new moon and a quarter moon and all kinds of information about how to work with that sign's moon throughout the year. So if you get all 12 moon guides, you'll be able to work with the moon no matter where it's at. So there you guys go. I just wanted to put that plug in there. Thank you for bearing with me. But yeah, let's get started, right? It's Taurus season, so let's see. What messages from the Mystical Shaman do we have for Taurus this week? Taurus, you got number 62, Wild Woman. I'm hearing that you need to open up and let yourself feel free. You have to feel free before you can find where you need to move from here. You have to allow yourself to feel free. There's this allowance of freedom that is coming from yourself this week, Taurus. I'm hearing you're the only one holding yourself back, but you spend too much time blaming others. So you need to allow yourself to be free. You need to decide that you want to feel free. And Daisy May came to join your reading today. She wants to feel free to go where she pleases. So you got Daisy May in your reading, and I think that she's saying to be free to go where you want to go. Don't worry about what others are going to think or what others are going to see, and feel free to go where you want to go and find love and comfort in your life, because she's trying to love and comfort me. She's loving on me now. And so be willing to love and comfort yourself and to go where you want to go. No limitations. Right, Daisy May? Yeah, see, she just loved on the camera. So give yourself love, take care of yourself, and go, let yourself feel free. Give yourself the freedom that you need to be able to feel the love that you need in your life. Give yourself the freedom to be able to take care of yourself in a way that allows yourself to feel your own comfort. Be wild and free. And honestly, take time to dance this week if you can. Find a reason to dance. I mean, her tail is wagging back and forth in front of the camera. So, be willing to dance and shake your tail feather and show some love. Show love to those that you love, and love yourself. Like, I feel like her loving on the camera is saying self-love, self-love. So, and shake your tail. So be willing to dance, and maybe, dance like nobody's watching in a place where nobody is watching. You don't have to go out to dance. Just dance in your living room, dance in your kitchen, dance and enjoy yourself. Find joy in your life. I'm hearing that that's important, to find joy in your life. And don't let anybody hold you back. Move forward, loving and enjoying yourself and loving and enjoying your life, and begin to feel more open. Really look into the idea of what it means to open up. What does it mean to be open? And allow yourself to be open. And also, Daisy May, I feel like she's coming in to say, be curious. Be curious about your surroundings and look at them in a curious way. All right, Taurus, that's the message that I have for you this week. Please take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. Gemini, you have number 21, the Gatherer. So Gemini, I feel like you've been gathering stuff, and I feel like this is a week to begin to take inventory. I feel like it's a time to go within and to take inventory within and without. And it's like your spring cleaning time. Go within, clean out the old clutter, make room for the new, but not necessarily focus on the new right now. Focus on decluttering and getting rid of what isn't, and being thankful for what you do have that you don't want to get rid of, that you get to keep, that you don't need to go get because you've already gathered. So taking an inventory of what you have and allowing yourself to feel the love of the stuff that you've gathered for yourself, and allow yourself to love yourself, to feel love for yourself. So this is a week of introspection, of taking time for yourself, being there for yourself, and taking an inventory of what you have in your life and what you can do with it. Get curious with what you can do with what you've gathered, the possibilities. Get curious about the possibilities, but don't try to iron anything out. Just take care of yourself. Be there for yourself. You're going to need to be there for yourself. And as things happen to you this week, try to change your perspective and see how they're happening for you. Change the things are happening to you to things are happening more for you, and see how that feels. What does it feel like to try on that perspective? So try to try on the perspective of things happening for you, even if they're bad things. Like what would it look like? Get curious. What would it look like if this was for me? Just get curious with it, and don't get super uber serious about it. Like, oh, if it's for me, then I guess bad things are for me. Like that would be the wrong attitude to take here, Gemini. So try to love yourself and be there for yourself, and just try to look at the hardships of life through a different perspective. Get curious about it. Play with the perspectives. You don't have to just try on that one. Try on a different one, and try on multiple perspectives through the hardships that life brings you, and realize all of the power and all of the resources that you need, that you have. No, realize all the power and the resources that you have that are available to you by really taking an inventory of what you've gathered and what you have, and being able to realize, I feel like you taking an inventory will help you realize how much resources you actually do have. All right, Gemini, that's the message I have for you this week. I do hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Cancer, you've got the Council, number 11. The first thing that I'm hearing, Cancer. Okay, the first thing that I'm hearing is you are being called to the Council. You need to meditate this week. You need to take time for rest, and in the rest, you will be brought to a higher order and told what you need to hear. Because for each individual Cancer, it's different. Interesting. So, Cancer, I feel like you need to take time for rest. You need to take time for self-care. And also, I feel like it's very important to walk in integrity this week. And integrity means to walk in a way that your heart can feel good about who you are and what you're doing. You need to feel good about who you are and what you're doing. No one else. You. So be there for yourself. Love yourself. Take time to meditate and take time to rest this week. There are some answers that you didn't know that you were looking for that will come to you in your rest and meditation this week. And I'm hearing it won't happen right away, so don't push it, Cancer. Don't sit there and be like, I did a 30-minute meditation on Monday and nothing even happened. Well, you might need to do one on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the message to come through whenever you meditate on Sunday. I'm just saying, Cancer, be open. Don't meditate to get this message that I'm trying to say is coming to you. Meditate for the benefits of meditating. Meditate because you want to get closer to God. Meditate on because you want to be your best calm self. Okay? All right, beloved Cancers, that's what I have for you this week. I do hope that this message helps you. Please take what resonates and leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Leo. So, Leo, you have number 22, the Ghost Dance. So, Leo, the Ghost Dance is like entertaining the past, overthinking the past, coulda, woulda, shouldas. And coulda, woulda, shouldas never helped nobody. Nobody's ever gotten better with getting stuck in coulda, woulda, shoulda. I feel like, Leo, you're kind of stuck in this coulda, woulda, shoulda because you've gone through a lot of what I would call transformation moments, what others may call destruction moments. I feel like there's been a lot of destruction going on lately, and you are overthinking and getting stuck in the past and trying to figure out what you could have done better to avoid this massive destruction. And that's okay. You're trying to figure out better ways to move forward, but in some ways there's nothing you could have done. It was divine intervention. It was meant to be. And going over this isn't going to help you. I mean, if you want to write down a list of lessons learned, go ahead. That might help. But then move on. Don't stay there. Don't get stuck. Don't continue to dance with the ghosts of the past and what could have been, because what could have been is not what will be. Even if you focus on that, you can't go back. You can't go back. You can't undo. It is what it is. It's time to move forward. There is a way forward, but it's not in how it was backwards. You got to quit looking back. You got to move forward. No more looking back. Moving forward is now the paradigm. We're moving forward right now. There may be looking back later, but you really don't need to. You need to focus on the future. You need to be focused on feeling good about the future. Realize the value that you still have here and now, and love and embrace your value and move forward with that into the future. And Let the past be what the past is. Try to find something you're grateful for about it and move on. No more dancing with ghosts, and find a way to dance with hope instead of the ghost. Find a way to dance with the fates and the hopes and the dreams instead of the ghosts. Not coulda, woulda, shoulda. What can, will be. All right, beloved Leo, that's the message I have for you this week. I do hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Virgo. Virgo, you got number 12, the coyote. So Virgo, the first message I'm getting is there's a deceiver in your midst. For some of you, for most of you Virgos, you know who it is. But for a couple, you don't even know who this is. There's somebody trying to con you. The cunning. Don't fall for any cunning words this week. Don't fall for anything this week. Like, no buying anything, no doing anything this week. Let them know that you'll get back to them next week. Because you'll be able to see more clearly next week the trickster energy that's trying to deceive you. And it's deceiving you with flattery, sparkles, everything. It's pulling out all the stops to be able to deceive you. Everything that could get you, you know. So I don't want to say be wary, because I don't want to put you in that kind of vibe. Be vigilant. Be vigilant. Stand in your power. Stand in your knowing, your discernment. Understand if you feel anything's off, you might want to trust that this week. You know, really be there for yourself. And only move forward with things that you feel in your heart is of love. And you might want to put off some decisions till next week. Anything you can put off till next week, I suggest that you do put off till next week, because I feel like next week you will be able to see more clearly and make a better decision for yourself. Whereas this week it feels like you could easily slip up with decisions, making the wrong decision because you just didn't see you didn't see yet. You know, you think you do, because I can't imagine a Virgo thinking they can't see something. You know, you're like, I'm sure I can see it. I'm sure you think you can, but there are some aspects that just won't be clear to you till next week. So take it if it resonates, Virgo. If not, you know, release it, because I don't want to make anyone in any paranoid energy or anything. But if you feel in your gut someone's trying to pull one over on you, listen to your gut. Really listen to your gut. I feel like a lot of you Virgos, you know who this trickster energy is. You just needed someone to tell you that, hey, if you got trickster energy in your midst, you need to trust your gut. You got this. And you got this, Virgo. All right, beloved Virgos, I hope that this helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. Okay, Libra. So Libra, you have number 56, Thunder. Libra, I feel like some things are being shaken up. Like you can feel the shake in the thunder. The thunder and the shake. And I don't feel like it's directly, because it's thunder. It's this, you're hearing the sound. You know that the storms are happening. And they're near. They're very near. They're very close. And you can tell that by how loud the thunder gets and how shaky things get for you. But I really feel, Libra, you are on solid ground. Trust that you're on solid ground. As long as you don't move towards the shake, you don't move towards the thunder, you're gonna be okay. And also I'm hearing that you don't run away from it. This isn't a time to run away from it either, because you're gonna end up running off of a cliff, like type energy. You'll just end up running off a cliff. So trust your foundation right now, even through the thunders and the shakes. I feel like that's the test that you're going to be going through this week, Libra. And also, you need to be more open with your communication. You need to communicate to others what you mean by, you know, the shakeups that you're feeling with them, and be clear in your communication. So open up communication lines by being more clear and honest with your communications. So yeah, let others know what you're going through. Don't assume that they don't need to be bothered or that it would ruin the relationship. Be clear and honest with your communication and walk in integrity, which means walk in a way that your heart can love you for, that your heart won't be ashamed of you for. Choose the actions that your heart would be happy with, most happy with. All right, Libra, that's the message I have for you this week. I do hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. Here we go, Scorpio. Scorpio, you got number 6, middle world. So whenever I saw this, the first thing I heard was it's time to come back to earth, Scorpio. It's time to come back to earth, but you need to love and protect the knowledge that you gained from the other world. Where have you been, Scorpio? Anyway, yeah, you need to love and protect the knowledge that you've gained, but you need to bring it to earth. You need to bring it into reality. And for some, this is going to take longer than others, but for most, I feel like it's happening pretty quickly, quicker than what you think it's going to happen, as long as you act with precision and love in your heart. Move forward with focus and love in your heart. Keep that love in your heart and protect your knowledge and your wisdom as you begin to bring into reality something from unreality. So it's time, Scorpio. It's time to move. It's time to come back to earth. It's time to come back into reality. Back to earth, back to reality. So yeah, Scorpio, believe and trust in yourself, believe and trust in your knowledge and your wisdom, and love and protect your knowledge and your wisdom. I think I've said that. It's going to be what helps bring you back to earth in a more grounded way that allows you to build it quicker than you thought would be possible. All right, Scorpio, that's the message I have for you this week. I do hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you got number 1, the ancient ones. So I'm hearing, Sagittarius, that your ancestors are coming through this week to test you and to test your self-love. So I feel for some of you Sagittariuses that are really in tune with the spiritual realm, you may feel like your spirit team has failed you this week because they allowed something to happen to you, but it was a test of your self-love. And it was like God himself asked them to step aside so that you could have this test. And that's because your soul asked God to do that pre-birth. This isn't for all Sages, but this is for a specific group of Sages. So, but moving into the more general message for all of you, your ancestors are coming through to help you love yourself this week, to take care of yourself this week. And I'm really feeling this isn't a week to be there for others. Let them know that you need to be there for yourself this week. You need to take time for yourself and really fill your cup to be overflowing so that whenever you can get to them, you can really give to them from an overflowing cup. So allow yourself to take the time that you need to regenerate and take care of yourself this week. And if you feel down, let yourself go down. Let yourself be down and give yourself what helps comfort you while you're down. And give yourself a certain amount of time to be down before you start trying to pull yourself back up. But don't let yourself stay down too long. Allow yourself to come up. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of self-care needed and self-love needed this week. And I just feel like the focus doesn't need to be on others, but the temptation is to focus on others. So try not to give in to temptation. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and know that you're awesome and you deserve your love and care more than anyone else on this earth. So please show up for you this week. All right, beloved Sag, that's the message I have for you. I do hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, beloved Capricorn, you got number 2, the Andean Cross. So the Andean Cross is a portal to other dimensions. It's the mastering of all the directions to go where you want to go. And I'm hearing the key to the portal is your emotions, Capricorn. So I'm hearing that it's time to feel your ascension. It's time to believe in your ascension and feel like your ascended self. And as you feel more like your ascended self, you will be stepping more through into the dimension of your ascension, your rise. It's time, Capricorn, for you to rise. There's something that you've been building and working on behind the scenes, and it's time for you to begin to rise and allow that rise to happen. It's an allowing of the rise. No, don't control the rise, Capricorn. Allow the rise. This is like, like high tides coming. I don't know nothing about the ocean, but it's like the water is rising here. So allow it. You don't control the water rising or falling, but it's time for the water to rise. And the water is, I feel like a lot of funding is going to be coming through, but it's not by how you expect. Truly, you need to be open. If you're not open and loving and protecting the feeling of your rise, your ascent, then you might close yourself off to some financial opportunities that are available to you this week if you would allow yourself and allow the flow and allow unconventional means to be a part of your process. And in the process, thank God for it, because He's the one that's in control, not you, Capricorn, of these type of things. You'll know that this wasn't me. The only thing I did was I let myself allow the tide to rise. I allowed myself to let the water level rise. That's all that I did. So give thanks where thanks is due, Capricorn, and begin to feel like your ascended self as you step into the dimension of the ascended. All right, beautiful Capricorn. I do hope that this message helps this week. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. Aquarius, you got lucky number 13, the crow. So Aquarius, I feel like you need to be smart with your actions. Be smart, maybe bring gifts, be wise, be understanding, be a little bit curious. Think before you do. There's a lot of think before you do, because you can easily move forward too fast and destroy what you're trying to build. So really think before you do. Think out your actions and maybe come with gifts. And I'm also hearing, sweet words get a lot further. So take your time and really think things through before you act, but make sure that you believe in yourself more than anything. Believe in yourself. Believe that you belong and move towards where you believe that you belong. Believe in your heart. Believe in your love. Believe in your capabilities. And move forward diligently to love and protect where you believe you belong. You're smart, Aquarius. You're smart. You know what to do. You know how to handle this. You just need to not overthink it. Don't let yourself overthink it. Take your time, but make a plan and then follow through. Love and protect yourself through the process. Believe in your abilities. Believe in your capabilities. And know that you got this. You're smart. You know how to handle this. I want to encourage you, and I just want to say, you got this. You got this. Just, can you believe in yourself even more than I believe in you? That's the challenge this week, Aquarius. You're smart. You know what you're doing. You just need to believe in yourself. All right, beloved Aquarius, I do hope that this helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Pisces. Pisces, you got the Vision Quest number 60. So believe in the possibilities and step forward in creating the possibilities and creating your heaven on earth. Believe in yourself. And honestly, for some of you Pisces, there may be a call for you to go on a vision quest this week. For some, that means to go hiking. For some, it means going to the spa. For others, it means finding a quiet place, maybe even taking a bath. For others, it's going to the ocean, for others, it's hiking a mountain. So you've got to take what resonates with you the most. But I feel like there's a vision quest that is available to a lot of Pisces this week. And you need to protect your ability to open up to spirit, to be able to see the messages that you need to be able to move forward in the way that you want to move forward. So there's a call to protect your connection to the divine this week and to take care of your ability to connect to the divine and to be there for yourself as you connect to the divine. And then to open up and receive divine messages and divine blessings, divine gifts. There's a lot that is coming to you, Pisces, and there's a lot of different Pisces, but I'm seeing that a lot of you guys have held off on divine gifts, and as you begin to open up this week, you might be a little bit flooded with some blessings. So allow yourself to open up and receive these blessings and know that even though they might seem disproportional, like you don't deserve all this, you actually do. You do deserve the overabundance of blessings that are coming to you. You've just blocked yourself off. So there's a lot of backlog blessings. And I'm talking like past life stuff you don't even remember in this life, so just understand that there is a backlog of blessings that is going to begin to come in this week if you're willing to go on your vision. For most of you, it's to go on the vision quest. For some of you Pisces, there's no going even necessary, but for most of you, it's the willingness to go on the vision quest. But for all of you, it's you have to protect your ability to open up and receive from the divine in order to receive these gifts. So that's the message I have for you this week, Pisces. I do hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, beloved Aries, you got number 41, the rainbow. The rainbow tells you that the end of the storm is near. Persevere and remember that it is darkest just before the dawn. Don't give up hope now. Things are about to take a positive turn. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming of the dawn, even while the light is still dark. But don't claim victory yet, or let your guard down fully. All right, Aries, that was what the Mystical Shaman book said. I just wanted to share that with you. But yeah, I feel like things are going to begin to look up. Not right away. I feel like by the end of the week, you're going to have a message or clear knowledge that helps you see the light at the end of the tunnel so that you can walk to that light or run to that light, even if possible. There's a message that comes through, and you'll know it because you'll feel it in your heart. It'll feel like you belong in the light with your heart. Like it'll feel in your heart like you belong going to the light. You belong enjoying this rainbow. So there's been a lot of storms, but I feel like the clouds are finally beginning to clear and you are going to be set free. And from there, it's what you want to do with it. You could move right back into the storm. You could drive down the road and experience the storm in a different city. Or you could enjoy the rainbow and find a way to make the light of the new rainbow last even longer than anyone thought was possible. So I feel, Aries, this week you're going to be freed. But with that freedom, it's what you decide to do with it. And I want to encourage you to find a way to make that rainbow last, because the information is available to you. You open your heart and believe in your heart that there is a way to make the rainbow last. I feel like, and if you focus on that, you're going to find a way, and it's going to benefit us all. So I want to say thank you, Aries, for being willing to believe even after all the darkness you've been through. I just wanted to tell you that you're freaking amazing. I know that you know it, but I just wanted to confirm it. All right, beloved Aries, I hope that this message helps. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, beloveds, my favorite people of the internet, those that can watch a full 30-minute video or longer, So thank you guys so much for joining me for this full Mystical Shaman Oracle deck reading for all the signs. I do hope that you got a wonderful, wonderful message out of it, and I do hope that it helps you in many ways. I thank you so much for being here. Once again, this was a general reading. If you'd like a more personal reading, you can check me out at the celestialgrove.academy. Also, check out the Mystic Library, for real. You can get any Mystic Moon Guide, $10 off using the code LUNAR10 at checkout. You don't want to miss the Mystic Moon Guide. So go to the Mystic Library at the celestialgrove.academy and get yourself a Mystic Moon Guide for just $10 using the code LUNAR10. And thank you guys so much for making it all the way to the end of this video with me. I am so grateful for you and your presence. As always, be blessed with lots and lots of love.